All right, good evening. The time is now 6:01 p.m. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Ms. Perry, can you please call roll?
Mayor Stephanie Dalton.
Here.
Vice Mayor Holly Berry.
Here.
Commissioner Jamie Fairbanks Harvey.
Here.
Commissioner Terry Holmes.
Here.
Commissioner Hayes Wilkinson.
I'm here.
All right, thank you. For today's invocation, please join me in a moment of silence to reverently collect our thoughts, pray, and ready ourselves for this meeting and the duties to which we have been called. Okay, thank you. And now, Mr. Granum, will you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, and now we have my mayor's report. Just a reminder that the city will be hosting a blood drive in partnership with Blood Assurance on Tuesday, September 9th from 11:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Red Bank Community Center. You can sign up for an appointment at bloodassurance.org. Our first Food Truck Friday of the fall season will be this Friday, September 5th from 5:30 to 8:30 and will feature music by local legend Rick Rushing and the Blues Strangers, as well as 6 food trucks. Just very excited to hang out with all of our neighbors again at the park. We'll also have our second Saturday morning market on September 13th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come out and support local farmers, makers, and businesses. Heads up for any Red Bank families with a Chattanooga Library card between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. I forgot to put the date. This Sunday, September 7th, children 18 and under can get free admission to the Chattanooga Zoo with their library card. And on September 14th, between 2 and 4 p.m., children can get free admission to the Hunter Museum of Art with their library card. And in case you missed it, some of our Red Bank neighbors in partnership with Chattanooga Porch Fest will be hosting our inaugural Red Bank Porch Fest on Saturday, November 15th. This is not a city-hosted or affiliated event, just a bunch of neighbors coming together to do something really cool in our community. Be sure to follow Chattanooga Porch Fest on Instagram to stay up to date on schedules and lineups. And finally, from Red Bank High School, they will be hosting their annual community fair on Tuesday, October 28th from 5 to 7 p.m. This is an event for the entire community and is open to the public. They'll have a trunk or treat, local food trucks, bounce house and games, community resources, job opportunities, and a college fair. So be sure and save the date. And now we have our report from Vice Mayor Berry.
Thank you, Mayor. Ditto to the mayor's comment. You will not want to miss music by Rick Rushing and the Blues Strangers. Food trucks this week at Food Truck Friday will include Culturelicious, Food Vibes, The Bistro, Chubby Vegan, Johnny Poppers, and desserts on the roll. Reminder that vendor applications are now being accepted for the Red Bank Christmas Parade and Festival that will be taking place on Saturday, December 13th. So if you have a business that would benefit or be a good fit for that Christmas parade, it is a great place for vendors. I know a lot of people enjoy getting their holiday shopping done there. And finally, the next Red Bank Community Food Pantry is this Thursday, September 4th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at Red Bank United Methodist. Thanks.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. And next we have our report from Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey.
Sure. Thank you for being here and those watching online. Red Bank Lions play away at Tyner High School this Friday, September 5th. The following week at home will be Eastridge. As a reminder to our residents and listeners, when someone approaches your yard or door and asks for a donation to a cause, ask the peddler for their license, a solicitor's license. I was approached twice Saturday, gave money once and did not the second time. Lesson learned. And then I followed it up with this request for a license if they're asking for a donation of any kind. They're to come here, pay $25 and get a license. That way, if they don't, then go away. If a canvasser, solicitor, or transient merchant is trying to sell their trade within the corporate limits of our city, they must obtain a permit. Once the $25 fee is submitted, the chief of police investigates whether to issue or refuse to an individual or group. So be aware. I mean, be nice. I was as nice as I could be, and that kind of got me where I didn't want to go. Be aware, ask for the license as noted in Chapter 2, peddlers, in our codes. Next Listen and Learn will be held the third Monday as usual from 6 to 7, but sadly, Sabor has closed, as well as Lily Mays will close. But Sabor closed last week. Lily Mays will close September 14th. So we need to support our restaurants and dining options in Red Bank. I will be meeting at Jack's on September 15th, that Monday, from 6 to 7 p.m. I met Doyle today, and he said, come on, I want your business. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we have a report from Commissioner Holmes.
Good evening and thank you for coming. I do not have much today. Hope everyone enjoyed Labor Day yesterday and continues to enjoy the upcoming fall cooler weather. As mentioned, Food Truck Friday starts back up this Friday, September 5th. And please read the newsletter and stay informed about happenings in Red Bank. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. And finally, we have a report from Commissioner Wilkinson.
Okay, thank you guys for being here. I wasn't expecting to be here. I was supposed to be in Las Vegas for a conference, but due to a travel fiasco, I'm here. So I'm happy to be here though. I have two quick shout outs. First one is to Mr. Davis Gedron back there in the back for driving the street sweeper by my house today. My two boys were psyched, especially when you honk the horn. So thank you. Second shout out is to my older son. He turns 5 tomorrow. Happy birthday, right? Love you, bud. That's all I got.
Happy birthday, right? Thank you. All right, next we have the city manager's report. Mr. Granum.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. The September newsletter was just published where you will find a wealth of useful information, including possibly life-saving information, with an article on suicide prevention. By declaring September as Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, our goal is to identify specific, actionable, and equitable strategies and best practices for the prevention of deaths by suicide. In the article is a link to the statewide annual report titled Suicide Prevention in Tennessee. And remember, call or text 988 for 24/7 free and confidential support. We continue to improve our webpage and recently added a panel that promotes our most recent press release or occasionally a relevant news article that is germane to Red Bank. It's at the lower left corner of the homepage. Our goal is to maintain fresh content, and tapping into this constantly updating stream of messaging is a relevant and dynamic aspect to our homepage. Kudos to all of the press release content generators across the city, and kudos to Summer Sheldon for creating this new means to share our press releases on our homepage. With the recent vote on Chattanooga's supplemental budget, it is likely the pay hikes included will put wage pressure on all surrounding jurisdictions, including Red Bank. It is too early to start a conversation on any specific Red Bank impacts, but I encourage everyone to stay aware of what Chattanooga is doing and know that it will likely impact us on some level in the future. Lastly, safety is an ongoing priority for the city. A recent example is our fleet manager, Randy Bell, and his team upfitting our garbage trucks with backup cameras and in-cab buzzers and warning lights, which our toters can activate from the back. Randy has also installed TDOT emergency kits on our other large vehicles that require CDLs to operate. This culture of ongoing safety improvement and vigilance is essential, and I'm particularly appreciative of our public works team and especially our fleet team for their efforts to keep us all safe. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Granum. And we will move on to item 8, temporary adjournment of regular meeting. We'll go ahead and call our beer board meeting to order. Ms. Perry, can you please call the roll?
Mayor Dalton,
Yes, here.
Vice Mayor Barry,
Here.
Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey,
Here.
Commissioner Holmes,
Here.
Commissioner Wilkinson.
Thank you. Our first item of business, Daniela Paz Peterson, doing business as Trust for Public Land, has made an application for a special event beer permit to vend beer at a public event located at White Oak Park Main Pavilion on September 15, 2025 from 4 to 8 p.m. Ms. Peterson, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Have you read and agreed to abide by all of the city alcohol ordinances?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have any other questions? What is the event?
You get the invitation?
Yes.
Well, first you're invited.
Thank you.
But it's by invitation only event.
Okay.
Sponsored by Trust for Public Land to gather partners and collaborators around the field
Okay.
with the first visit of the Nelson Verde Wolves team coming from New York. So it's a small gathering and yeah. that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions or comments?
Saw that it was 40 people, small group,
Yeah.
so good deal.
We're gonna have bracelets, ID checking.
Okay, excellent. All right, thank
Not
you.
likely to be a rowdy crowd.
Right. All right, thank you so much, Ms. Peterson. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
I have a motion from Vice Mayor Barry. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second from Commissioner Wilkinson. Any discussion? Any comments by the residents present? If there are no comments, we'll call the vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, and moving on to item B, Jeff Schwenke has applied for a special event beer permit for city-sponsored Food Truck Fridays, Active Older Adults, Art Gala, S'mores and Sounds, and Arts Fest. Mr. Schwenke, thank you for being here with us tonight. Have you read and agreed to abide by all the city ordinances?
Yes.
Okay, I think we just determined all of the events that this will be occurring at. Thank you for being a good partner to us here in the city. We appreciate it. And you have your, process for how you're going to be checking.
ID checking, wristbands, stamps,
Okay.
something along those lines.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments for the applicant? No?
Looking
Okay,
forward to it.
thank you very much. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion from
I'll
Commissioner
second
Fairbanks
first.
Harvey,
First, second.
and I have a second from Commissioner Wilkinson. Any discussion? Any comments from the residents present? Okay, if there are no comments, let's call the vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you both so much for being here. All right, and now we will reconvene our regular meeting. Our consent agenda, which contains the August 19th meeting minutes, a resolution to adopt a standard operating procedure for City of Red Bank's reimbursement of tax relief, the purchase of fire hose, the purchase of a powered stair chair, the purchase of 5 pedestrian crosswalk safety lighting systems, a grant award in the amount of $2,000, a grant award in the amount of $2,500, and a contract award of $69,015 for Kimley Horn in relation to the land conversion. Are there any items that the board wants removed to the regular agenda for further discussion? Okay, if not, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as published?
I'll move.
Okay, motion from Commissioner Holmes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second from Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey. Any discussion? Any comments by the residents present? Okay, if there are no comments, we'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item 11, our public hearings. Our first public hearing is to update and recodify the Red Bank zoning ordinance, Title 14, Chapter 1. Director Slay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give you a brief update as to how we got here. The ordinance again before you, again, we describe it as housekeeping efforts. It is to codify previously passed ordinances into Title 14 of the Red Bank Municipal Code as it relates to planning and zoning. A real quick recap on those 4 ordinances. In 2001, it was for the establishment of a municipal planning commission. Again, in 2001, it identified the organization and the function of the planning commission. In 2012, it established the number of members and the selection criteria. And in 2021, it established the annual compensation of $300 for each planning commission member to be distributed on a monthly basis.
Excellent. Thank you,
Thank
Director
you.
Slay. We'll go ahead and open up this public hearing. Mr. Granum.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the time for a public hearing on the matter before us. Please note these guidelines. Initial comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and the city recorder will operate the timer. Please respect her direction and conclude any comments if time expires. Comments should be addressed to the board as a whole and not to a particular commissioner, the city staff, or the audience. However, during this public hearing, and at the discretion of the mayor, some dialogue on the matter may be allowed. While a dialogue may be permitted, the principal purpose of the public hearing is to listen. So questions may go unanswered and issues may remain unresolved. At this time, citizens are invited to the podium. Please begin by stating your name and address.
All right. If there are no comments by the residents present, then we will go ahead and close this public hearing. We'll move on to item B, public hearing for a request by city staff to rezone 2 parcels on Goodson Avenue from R1 to RTZ. Director Slay.
Thank you again. So the record, let's make it official. I do represent the owners of this property, which is the city of Red Bank. Normally you would have an applicant here who would be discussing a proposed rezoning. Again, this is part of a disposition of property that will be coming before you. We did discuss that back in August. The recommendation for the rezoning of these 2 parcels prior to the disposition of those has been recommended by staff from R1 to RTZ. This would allow for the most dense residential development that staff has determined would be the highest and best use of that property. Again, to ultimately have those properties and some structures back on the tax roll.
Perfect. Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and open up this public hearing with the same commenting guidelines as just presented. Are there any comments by the residents present? Okay, there are no comments. We will now close this public hearing and move on to item 12, unfinished business. Ordinance number 25-1285, an ordinance of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Red Bank, Tennessee to reenact, amend, and recodify ordinance numbers 01-838, 01-848, 12-982, 21-1201, and Red Bank City Code Title 14, Planning and Zoning, second and final reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
A motion from Vice Mayor Barry. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second from Commissioner Holmes. Any further discussion? Any comments from the residents present? Okay, there are no comments. Ms. Perry, can you please call the vote?
Mayor Dalton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Barry,
Yes.
Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey,
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkinson.
Yes.
Motion carries on second and final reading. Moving on to new business, ordinance number 25-1287, an ordinance of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Red Bank, Tennessee, amending the Red Bank zoning ordinance and map to rezone 2 city-owned parcels located off Goodson Avenue from R1 residential to RTZ residential townhouse 0 lot line. First reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
A motion from Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey. Do I have a second?
One second.
A second from Vice Mayor Barry. Any further discussion? Okay. Any comments from the residents present? All right, if there are no comments, Ms. Perry, can you please call the vote?
Mayor Dalton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Barry,
Yes.
Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey,
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkinson.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Motion carries on first reading. We should have our second reading at our next September meeting, second and final reading. All right. And the time is now for citizen comments from Red Bank citizens on items not on the agenda. Mr. Granum.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the time for citizen comments. Please observe these rules. Comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and the city recorder will operate a timer visible on the dais. Please respect her direction and include any comments if time expires. Comments should be addressed to the board as a whole and not to a particular commissioner, the city staff, or to the audience. The commission is here to listen, not to respond or engage in back and forth, so please do not expect a reply during citizen comment. At this time, citizens are invited to the podium. Please begin by stating your name and address.
Okay. There are no comments. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I had a question.
Oh.
Please.
Okay.
What's up with the Save-A-Lot property what's the current status? I keep getting asked that, so I needed to ask again.
Director Slade, do you want to come up and speak on that for a minute?
I can.
Thank you.
Yes, it's always taxing whenever we have a development that gets presented and everyone wants to see something happen. And 2 months later, when nothing happens, people are fearful that something has fallen off the radar. That is far from the truth on this project. Given the size and the complexity, it did take a journey through not only the state fire marshal's review, there's several other agencies that have to review, give feedback, counter. We anticipate then pulling a demolition permit probably within the next couple of months. So it will be a phased approach. There's
Sure.
demo, site, and then you'll start seeing some construction. We did have a in-person meeting with the property owner, the developer, and their general contractor that they have onboarded. They are finishing up another project over off of Hickson Pike. So as soon as that one finishes up, we'll start seeing some mobility. And when I say they mobilize, their teams stay on site and stay in this area. So it becomes a
Active
true
construction site.
24/7
Mhm.
active work site. So as soon as we get that notification, we'll start putting some news information out just to share with people, because obviously it will impact traffic on Dayton Boulevard. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
we will keep you informed as soon as we get payments.
Thank you very much, because I had been asked numerous times, and the last was the fire code status.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, thank
we're
you,
moving.
absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank
Director
you.
Slade.
Thank you.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
A motion from Commissioner Wilkinson. Do I have a second?
One second.
Second from Vice Mayor Barry. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.
Cool.
Good
I like that.
update.
6:23.
Yes.
I just drove by that, actually. Have you seen that?